I'm Marilyn Ramplin, and I am the CEO of Novia One. Novia One is a business school that we started about 10 years ago. Novia One's focus is really on how do we help individuals and corporates remain relevant. For us, that really focuses on what are those skills that individuals need in the 21st century? What are those skills that corporates need in the 21st century? So a lot of the work that we do is very different from some of our peers, where we focus less on knowledge, but we focus more on skills. And so when we think about the skills, we think about skills such as collaboration, such as communication. How do you solve complex problems? How do you do it in a creative way? And how do you really think about reimagining the world? So our students are a combination of employed students and unemployed students. We do a significant amount of work in the financial services industry. And the work we do is really, really focused on this element of relevance. As the world is changing, as we've seen with COVID, new skills are needed. Agile ways are needed in terms of thinking, in terms of responding. When a student leaves the program and they confirm that they have the self-directed behavioral change that has developed as a result of their muscle that they have developed. So the programs that we focus on, we do a lot of work around blockchain, around robotics, AI, big data, because when we think about relevance, what we always say to our students, you need to have a voice in order to be able to have a seat at the table. And to be able to have the voice, you need to have the language. And so as part of the development of this muscle to be able to remain relevant in this changing world, our learning is really focused on how the individual participates in an experience rather than sitting in the old style classroom where you have a facilitator sitting and talking at you.
My name is Ntabiseng Taba. I look after HR for Leroy Merlin South Africa. Novia One approached us with an opportunity to train 5 people in terms of the RPL process. The RPL process was going to enable each individual to receive a qualification at a level NQF5. This was quite exciting for us because we have a lot of high potential people in management levels and some not necessarily in management levels that don't have qualifications above a matric. This opportunity then could bring those individuals into a platform where they could receive those quals at an NQF5. At the same time, it upskills, it encourages and promotes retail as an employer of choice, because we all know retail is not as sexy as other industries. But if we could upskill from within, we can also upskill from outside, because we can draw those individuals into the retail environment when they can see that they can grow as well. Novia One has provided an opportunity to candidates that would have never necessarily had an opportunity to have an NQF5 or any other higher qualification. After working for so many years, gaining so much experience and knowledge, people are just left with their matric. But Novia One came on and provided much needed skills, much needed funding that is a privilege in South Africa. We all know that education is not free, there's a cost. So if a company can come in and provide those skills, and we also can hold hands with that company and provide the skills to our own individuals, we provide a better South Africa with better skilled individuals.
My name is Karabo, my surname is Machano. I work for Leroy Merlin under the building yard department. Coming from a background where I only had a matric, so for me it was a very good opportunity for me to obtain a tertiary education qualification. So yeah, it has been good, and I'm happy today because I am a top student with Novia. I feel that education is important because from a personal experience, when I finished my matric, I had to go and work and look for a job. So obviously, when you get a job without qualifications, you won't be paid well because you don't have a qualification. But if you get your maybe tertiary education or any form of education that you can present when applying for a job, it becomes easy for the companies to take you seriously and obviously to pay you well. So yeah, education is very important in that sense.
Hi, my name is Bongani Khoza and I work for the London Stock Exchange. I am an account manager looking after tier 1 banks and the asset managers. Before getting into this program, I was unemployed for 2 years after getting my diploma. And after graduating from Novia One, I got exposed to financial markets, financial instruments, and this is someone coming from an accounting background / information systems. So that on its own exposed me to a world of financial instruments, banks, asset managers, which is the world that I'm currently in right now. What encouraged me and motivated me to take up the challenge of educating myself further, the thought of just bettering myself, right? If you follow anyone like your Michael Jordan, he'll tell you that he's always been training. When you follow your likes of Denzel Washington, he'll tell you that before he takes up a role, he still takes acting classes. So also for myself, to reach the full potential, I felt the need to continuously improve myself.
We think about what is going to make the student a successful student on this program. We look for somebody with a big enough why, with a big enough reason to want to do the program. Because often when you have a big enough why, the how to do it becomes much easier. So when somebody really has a burning desire to want to be on the program and to believe that they can be successful, we really open our arms to those type of students, because those are the students that will ultimately use the opportunity that's been created for them. And we light the fire, but they really take it to the next level in order to be able to turn that into success. And that for us is something that is sometimes more important than somebody who comes with the most amazing track record from an academic perspective. So one of our most significant partnerships that we have, which has become an annual partnership, is our relationship with the JSE, where they sponsor CFA students to be able to prepare for the exam. Now, most of us know that CFA is an incredibly difficult qualification and designation to achieve, and therefore helping students to be able to prepare for that is such an important part of being able to pass the exam. So we go through a process where they fund us to be able to bring in a CFA charter holder, and we run several programs throughout the year to be able to prepare the students for CFA level 1, CFA level 2, and we've even run a CFA level 3. CFA is one of those qualifications that really sets you apart as a professional in the market. So it was chosen by the JSE as a program that can make real, lasting, sustainable difference. And that for us is an example of a partnership that really creates that multiplier effect and shows the impact that you can have with these type of programs.